Welcome to another weekly hands-on with me, Christian Schiller. Every Monday at 5 p.m. Central European Time at 1700 UTC plus 2. I get my hands on this mouse and this, there we go, this keyboard and try some piece of technology, digital technology usually that interests me. Mostly developer focused, not always. If you're joining me for the first time, you can find more about me at christianschiller.com. Wherever you happen to be watching, and I'm streaming to a few channels today, you can subscribe, say hi, leave a comment, etc., etc. Getting more and more regularly, which is always very nice. Usually people actually come and watch after the event, but still some of you come and join me live too. So if you are hanging out, say hello. Happy to answer any questions. Also, feel free to clarify anything I might be getting confused with. And today may be one of those. So I'm going to be looking at Tauri. I'm not actually quite sure what to call it. I used to work for a website that began with a K, and we call it Kauri. So I'll go with Tauri. Tauri.studio. What is it? Let's take a look. Here we go. Now, I have not made a secret of the fact I'm not a huge fan of something like Electron. I used to love something like Electron many years ago when, actually, interestingly, it came from when I was doing mobile apps more and I was experimenting with Cordova, or what was it called then? Nitrobe PhoneGap, as it before Adobe took it over. And then Electron seemed interesting on the desktop. But then I just found that there's too much in Electron and too many people just wrap a website in Electron and call it cross-platform, and it's not really. You end up kind of with nothing that pleases anybody and just a lot of applications that don't really work very well on the platform. So I heard about Tauri as an alternative to this. I can't remember where I heard it, but I thought it would be a good opportunity to take it for a spin and see if it's any different. Just to recap, if you're interested, that is Tauri, Tauri.studio. So let's jump in and see what it is. Now, beta has landed. Okay. Smaller, faster, and more secure desktop applications with a web front end. I'll just go and learn a little bit more, and then we'll jump straight into this. Actually, this line down here really interests me because generally I have found, and we can actually prove this in some cases, if we look at some Electron-based applications. So Slack is one, but Slack has, actually I didn't want to do that. Slack has done some optimization, I think, because it's so widely used. 216 megabytes. If we look at one that I know is, so this is one. Oh no, that's done some optimization as well. Maybe it's got better, but I'm trying to, you often find they're very large. Usually 200 plus, even if it's something quite simple. So Grammarly might be one. No, it's also optimized a little bit. I don't know. I'm sure there used to be more. Here we go, Discord maybe. That's one. Okay, I think Electron has gone down in size a bit, but you start to see a theme. It's usually like 150 plus then, I think. Maybe Docker desktop is now one. That's probably going to be a bit low. Well, the fact it's still, yeah, okay. That's got images in it as well, but you get the idea. It adds a lot of weight on top. So the fact that it's saying it could be up to 600 kilobytes is quite fascinating. I don't really know if that's realistic, but we will see. So let's just do a little bit of learn more first. Okay, the guy with the hat. Core is built with Rust. Interesting. Use any front-end framework. CLI leverages Node.js. Okay. Technical details in here in the introduction. We'll come to that. Security first, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, yeah, this isn't telling me a tremendous amount so far. Get the book. It's bizarre. Okay. Asking me to get a book that bothers me ever so slightly. Late 2020, we're already past that. But anyway, okay. Introduction. A polyglot and generic system. Okay. Used for building applications, desktop computers, use a combination of Rust tools and HTML rendered in a web view. Okay. JS API or Rust API. Interesting. Okay. Right. Go to web app. I am going to use a web app that I haven't actually done much with for some time. But let's open it up. Remind myself. It's a very simple React application. It's not really what you would probably want on a desktop, but I think just for the sake of argument right now, it's a good one to work with. Let me fire that up first and remind myself of it. I think it's in here. It's it's in here. It's this one, I think. That looks about right. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. So let's fire this up. Okay. I get the feeling this is going to need some updates. Let's up there. Okay. And, no, oops. I'm in the wrong folder. That's why I have a whole bunch of folders with almost identical names, which doesn't help for this project. Okay, so we will... Is that yarn or node? I think it's still... Sorry, npm. I know there's a yarn file there as well. So let's just do that, as I've not done it for some time. And I guess... I think I used a React boilerplate. Oh, it's npm. Whoops. Okay. Stop. Okay. All right. npm installed. I think it's already fine, and then we'll run that in a minute. But it's a relatively simple application. It is a weird front end for a weird little throwaway roleplay game I made that I used as an excuse to learn React. Basically, it just generates a bunch of random data for the game world, basically. I just want to kind of get it running and check it all works first before we go any further, but maybe we'll leave that doing its thing for a minute first, and we'll come over to here to see what we need to do. So we are in the getting started. I'm assuming then that this would have led me to the same page. Let's see. Yes, it has. So, okay, cool. We're in the same page. macOS setup. All right. What do we need to do? Wow. Okay. So you also need development. Consumers of Tauri apps. Okay. Great. This step is required. Skippable. It's nice. Homebrew. GCC. I am pretty sure I have GCC already. Let's run that in the background. Oops. Let's open another vertical window. Get that running. Okay. And in the meantime, I'll just quickly check this. So npm start, I think, I hope. Yes, I can see it right in front of me. Okay, I want to check this still works. Hopefully, it's been a while. Oop, damn it. I hate it when macOS does that. Okay, I need some tips on to stop macOS jumping into my different workspaces there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is always an issue with Safari sometimes. Let's open a Brave tab instead. Yeah, actually that's it there. It's already open. So, yep, that's working. That's it. Very simple application. That's actually not the app. Actually want this. That's it. There. So that's it. That's all it does. Pretty straightforward, but get the idea. It's a good one to work with, I think. Okay. GCC is installed. Good. Xcode is definitely installed. Well, this is actually always a little bit incorrect. You need command line tools, usually, not actually Xcode. Let's hope we don't need Xcode, because that will, yeah, that will take some time. Node, npm included. Yes, we have that. I think we have all that. npm we have. Rust, seat, and cargo. So I did have Rust installed because I did another demo with it some time ago, but I'm not sure if I still do. So let's check it again. This could take a little bit of time. I think I might have uninstalled it all. Don't know. Let's see. Okay, I don't know how long that's going to take. Hopefully not too long. Okay. And then check that in a minute. Okay, we'll come back to that. Don't know how long this could take. This could take a while. In the meantime, maybe we'll jump to the next page and see what we'll need to do. We can carry on doing that in the meantime. Sorry about that. That was a train in the background. Okay, so we actually need to start a new existing project when we could, I suppose. I wonder what they're going to add. It would kind of be nice to add it to a new project, I reckon. Let's try that first. We already have a package.json file, so it wants us to use yarn preferably, but I think it looks like we're using npm. So let's close that down. Install that. I think we can close this one. And that's done as well. Let's just quickly switch back here and check that everything is as expected. I think, yes, we should restart terminal. Yeah, that's good. All right. Good. Okay. Let's see. I often find when I'm streaming, I use a wireless connection, and for some reason, installing npm packages on this wireless connection always seems to take a while. Not entirely sure why. So is there anything else we need to do in the meantime? Decide to use Tauri as a local package with npm. Okay. As a cargo subcommand. Okay. I'm slightly, so install or alternatively. So that means I don't need to do that, but do I need to do this? Optional. Okay. I guess I'm done. And we're using npm. So this is in our current project. Yep. Okay. So we need to wait. It's just done. Good. Okay. So npm run Tauri init. Interesting. Oops. No, not there. Here. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen. All right. That's not a good start. May need to restart terminal. That's definitely D. Familiar with what D means? Dev dependency. I feel like we've missed a step. Let's just close the window, and just to be sure, I have a couple of different profiles here, so I just want to choose the right one. There we go. We'll jump back to that. No. I guess maybe because we installed it globally, I think that's what we did. No. So, What is missing here? We recommend installing it locally, which is what I think we did. So I think we need this. Ah, right, yes. If you decide to use Tauri as a local package with npm, not yarn. Okay, right. Good. So we need to add it into... we already have that. So we need to add that into here. Oops, there we go. Right, so that should now work. Good. Downloading the Rust CLI. All right, okay. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had Rust as a dependency for JavaScript before, but it's fine with me. What are your web assets? Where are your web assets located? Is there going to be some more instructions here? No. Because I am not sure what exactly that means. I don't know, because this is black and this is black. I don't know if you can see what I'm looking at here. Where are your web assets located? Relative to the current directory that will be created. Okay, I don't think I have any. I do, I suppose. I guess it's in source. I guess. I don't know. I hope. We'll see. Relative to the current directory. So it would be, I think. I can fix it later, I guess. What is the URL of your dev server? Yes. We'll see. I think we can probably... Oh, hang on. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's what it means, public. I'm not sure. Ah, so this is happening. So that is in... That's top level, yeah. Well, we can figure it out in a minute. And I'm assuming there's some kind of config file we can change. So I don't know how long this is going to take. Rust dependencies are not something I generally go through. I've run out of water and I'm really thirsty. Do I want to install it? I don't know. Why not? I don't know. Oh, this could take a while. Okay, in the meantime, place a new folder in your current working directory, which we saw. What's in it? I'm interested to know. Icon source for Tauri, git ignore, cargo lock, cargo toml, Tauri conf. Yeah, so this is all so we can fix this in a minute if we need to. Check info to see if anything is set up properly. Well, we can't do that right now. That's nearly done. I would say I'll walk away and get some water, but that would be kind of weird. Okay, looks like we're nearly done. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think I have anything to kill time with, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind finding okay, so I can make a desktop application, but you know, even though Electron has its problems, you can do sorts of desktop integration. Is there anything you can do with Tauri? I'm not seeing very much. Window menu system tray. This is the kind of thing we're interested in, I think. Yeah, and so we can create menus. So maybe we'll do that in a minute. System tray icon, yep. The other thing, window customizations. That's the kind of thing we want to look at. We'll try and add a menu item in a minute, I think. Let's hope this is... Oh, now we're building everything. MailChimp? Oh, no, that is one of mine, I think, yes. I think I forgot there's a MailChimp form there. I should probably check it, but yes, it is one of mine. So, who's excited about the Apple event today? Anyone who has very good ears can hear the fans going on my Intel MacBook. So Maybe. We'll see. Oh dear. This is still taking a bit of time. I suppose we can actually go ahead and add this menu in the meantime, even though we're kind of jumping backwards and forwards a bit. So import to where? Attach to a window. Attach it to where? That doesn't look like JavaScript, so I'm guessing it's to one of the Rust files. No. That maybe? That's also not encouraging. I thought that had all been installed. So I'm guessing in here. Don't know. Build? That's definitely Rust, but where do I put it? The application can be attached to a window. Maybe it's mentioned somewhere else in a bit more detail. Not icons? No, probably not. Splash screen? No. Main. All right. Well, let's give that a go. So, I get the feeling that's done. Oh no, it is done. So, okay, we'll come back to that. I feel like that source folder is not going to be quite right, but let's see first. That's strange. Oh, I installed it. Oh no, it's in npm. That's it. That's why. I did not install it globally. There we go. Yeah. What? Again? Didn't we just do that? Okay. I think this is not necessarily going to tell us if anything's wrong. It's more of a dump, I think. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't mind quickly thinking about this file here. So relative to this file, I guess. So that is correct, I think. I'm still not really sure if that's correct though, if it should be public or what, but yeah, I guess we'll come to that. Patterns. All right, great. What I want to know now though is how do I make an application? Okay, development cycle. Now you have everything set up. You should start your application development server provided by your UI framework or bundler. Okay. So we will now branch out into, I know there's a command that I always forget that will open the same location, but I can never remember it now. Let's get Brave fired up so we don't. Yes. So that should. It's running. Good. Okay. And then I suppose over in this window, we will start this. So this, I suppose, will prove whether or not things are in the right places or not. There's a lot going on here, like a lot of dependencies. I'm interested to see this 600K, although of course that really does depend on many, many different things. It's taking its time. First time we run this command, it will take several minutes. That's fine. Web view open and it should display your web app. I guess web view in a sort of native experience, I would hope. It's going to take a while, isn't it? Let's go back to have a look at this menu whilst that's happening. So I suppose we just use Tauri. So we add that into main. Use. I'm not really a Rust programmer. So where do I add this? Here? Oh, I'm not getting any errors. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have saved it. Because I might have just ruined the build there. Not yet, probably. And then, I don't know. Don't know Rust well enough. Let's hope that's enough. So yes. This is basically the same as that with the extra things added. So let's add that in. Okay. That is still chugging along, doing its thing. So that's basically what we want. I mean, what we want to do, though, is tie that to a function somehow. Yes. So, how? To use an API to handle them here, but how do I then link to a JavaScript function? That I'm not sure about, which is, I assume, what we want. I mean, if I'm going to create a menu, I want to trigger things in the UI with it. Maybe we've jumped ahead of ourselves too much, but that is okay in the meantime. How's that going? Oh, no such file or directory. Build failed. Okay. What exactly failed? We will see. Have to wait for that to finish first, I think. Just checking messages. I can see a few of you watching along. Feel free to say hi. Or if you have any experience of Tauri, however you want to pronounce it, let me know. Okay, great, the build failed, but I'd like to try to debug this. Failed to build the archive, no such file. I get the impression it's probably this, as I'm still a little bit confused as to quite what that's referring to be honest with you. The distribution directory. So I don't know if I actually have one in this project. So that might be one of the problems. Yeah. It's public. I guess maybe it's public, I suppose, actually. That is, yeah, it probably is it, actually, now come to think of it. So let's try that. Source is not the served project, actually. I don't know if we can just quit out of this. Let's try again. Yeah. Okay, hopefully this shouldn't take quite so long, it says. Okay. So the menu, we're kind of waiting to see. I mean, this all makes sense, but then how do we respond? Listening to events on global menus, fine, that's great, but then what? I get the feeling that this may be answered in a step that we're just about to get to. So I may just have to hold my horses. But we can change the icons here. I don't think I have any icons ready to go. And I don't really have one for this project, so but you get the idea there. That's also quite similar to Electron. So I think we just basically need to wait for this to finish. There's always a problem with this sort of stuff. Okay, it's a bit faster this time. I don't think I have anything I can share with you that I can kill time with right now. I haven't really really been doing a great deal. I've been traveling quite a bit, so. But I think this is nearly done, and you don't have to put up with me rambling any longer. We could just play with the web app in the meantime. Quite sure why this has changed to that odd picker. It never used to be. So yeah, it's a random generator basically. For some very random characters. I should actually run a game of this one day. And there's the spreadsheet software. I think we know what that person wants. Bath, cheese, and a musical instrument. Nice. Anyway. Unused imports. Interesting. Sure, I did use them, but at least that I think shows something. Oh no, because I added these. All right. Something has happened. We do not appear to have the menu. That's fine. That is working. I mean, if I click this, I'm assuming that will work. Yeah, but this is obviously, so that works. This is obviously not particularly native looking right now, as expected. I also like the fact we don't get all the web Chrome. We do have, okay, so we do have the as expected web Chrome down here. We can probably hide it, I guess. This all seems to go backwards and forwards. This is obviously not very native, but that's fine. I'd be interested to see, this is obviously a dev build, to see what kind of impact it may have. But this is obviously a dev build, so this is not going to be the most optimal. I guess, no, don't sure how to find it. I think it's, yeah, I think it's running like this. I think we need to do a build, so we'll have to leave that for now. But nothing is, backing is my backup service. I should pause that. Stop trying to back up, thank you. Everything else is OBS, of course. I'm not seeing much else here. It's hard to tell right now how much system impact that has. Okay, great. Let's cancel that and re-add this menu and see what we can do. So hopefully this should be quicker this time. Okay, so I guess that's not where we put that code. It's here. Oh, I see, I've got that twice as well. I think then it's supposed to be, now I can extrapolate. I have not done much Rust programming. I think I can extrapolate that it's supposed to be like that. Oops. Yeah, I hope. Do I need to rebuild or will it pick it up? Oh, there we go, good. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Drum roll, please. Okay. Yes, unoptimized. So we'll come to that in a minute. So we should have a menu. We do have a menu. Good. Now, of course, the interesting thing is how we add to that menu. Let's come back to that. So that's good. That is working quite well so far. Debugging. I'm not particularly wanting to dig into debugging right now because we're getting kind of close to time. What we really want to know is about how to use the API. Let's do a publish first. So I'll be interested to see how big it is. So let's do that first. And then we'll figure out about this API because I'm not... so we're also getting... Yeah, that's... Also, it shouldn't say app. Surely it should have the name of the... That could be to do with the... Yeah, that could be to do more with the build. Let's see. Let's actually just finish what I started. So let's do a build instead. That... Okay, so this is where the distribution dir is. So that error I had previously is not... you need to build your web app. Okay, that's interesting. I probably said it here. Yeah, I need to run, okay. I hope I actually... I am not 100% sure if that was ever set up with this project. Let's see. I hope so. Yes, okay, good. Okay, so let's do... Oh, it's right here. Telling me to use yarn here. I'll stick to npm for now just so it doesn't get too mixed up. Oh, okay. So dist dir, we need the dist dir, I guess. So that's also going to be something different. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. We'll come to that in a minute. Build, I assume. So I think we need to change this to build. Okay, and we can come back here. See what happens. So what have we got wrong? I think it must be just a, yeah, I think we're one level too deep. So. Good. I don't know how long this is going to take. Okay, whilst that is happening, I'd be interested to know about this API because events maybe? This is in So what I would ideally like to do is have a menu item. We don't need most of these. What I really want is sure. What we really want is let generator. Let's just call it app. I know this is, oh, maybe we should, I think app might be reserved. Yeah, I think I'll stick to that for now, just in case. We'll get rid of that and add item generator and get rid of that. Is this add native item, menu item, copy, add item, hide, add sub-menu? I think this is fine. I get the feeling we've got too many menu items, but that's fine. But what we want is when this is clicked, something will happen. Just check that build, that's still going. So effectively this is saying listening to events on global menus. Let menu, we have the menu. Menu on menu event. This is what we want. Quit. No, we want app, I guess. Do I need that? I'm not particularly familiar with Rust, so, but that's not what we want. I mean, we could probably do just like a console.log or something, but that, I don't know what that is in Rust. How do I trigger? How do I trigger the underlying front end? The back end. This is JavaScript again. So I think on the back end, so this would say emit this event, and then I listen for that event, I guess. I get the feeling I may run out of time, which is a shame. It's still taking its sweet time. Wow. So let's give it a quick go. All I want to do is send the event, really. I don't really need to do much else, because then I can just trigger it. Do I have to make a payload? I don't want to make a payload. Let's see. Don't really need to. So ideally I want to have this in here. Don't know what that is. Okay. It's a load app. I don't really want the payload. I don't know if I need it. So in theory, I'm just going to remove everything up to there. See? Can't really save this until we're done. So now we need to listen to an event in our code. Oof, where's it going to be? I've not looked at this application for a long time. It's actually relatively simple. But all I want is to change the window. It's been a long time since I looked at this. What do I actually want to do? Kind of just want to I just want to go to this. Yeah, what do I actually want to do? Basically want to trigger the generation, really. Can we do that? I'm not sure if that's how this application was set up, to be perfectly honest with you. I suppose we could do something a bit more rudimentary for now. Let's do it bit by bit. So we need to import that. Don't mind seeing if this build has finished yet. No, it's still going. Well, okay, good. That's good so far. Emit an event only visible to the current window. Get current. Emit. But is that listening? We don't want to emit an event. We want to that's it. Yes. We don't want to emit an event. We want to listen to an event. Yeah, this isn't quite right. Listen to the click event. Okay. Listen to the click event. But is that the click event from the back end, we hope? We hope. Where can I put this? Oh, Lord. This is the problem with it being React. I don't really know where to put this. I get very messy very quickly. Maybe I can just hack this a little bit for now. I just want to do something quickly, really. Boy, oh boy. I suppose we could just whack it in here, can't we? Not great though either. Just need like a very, very basic place to put this right now. I mean, it's all rendering though, isn't it? Oh man, React sometimes. I just want to do something simple. Let's see, is that done in the meantime? That's still going. Okay. Jeez, where do I put it? I want to do something really simple. Oops. Okay. Whoa, hello. Things happened very, very quickly. Okay. So let's have a look at that file size. That is indeed 8 meg. Okay, I mean, it's still pretty large, but... Oops. Okay, what happened there? It's weird. Okay, where did it go? Oh, no. Where did it go? Target. Here. Release. This one, I guess. What happened to that? That That looked really nice. Where did that go? A window opened. Where did it go? That was odd. That was a bit weird. Where did it go? It's almost like it opened as a drive and then just decided to vanish again. Strange. Build. Is that what I'm looking for? Target release bundle disk image. Okay. Target release bundle disk image macOS. There we go. So yeah, 8 megabytes. Let's have a dig around inside. So that's interesting. There's no framework like there is with an Electron application. If you look inside an Electron application, you see, let's go for Discord. You'll see this kind of thing. Yeah, all this stuff here, which is not the case here. We just have it built, which is quite nice in some respects. It's quite minimal. And I guess if we open it, yeah. And again, I assume, no, it's still not actually showing up as an application, which is odd. That's weird. That's funny. Oh, it's called that. Okay. There we go. 1.6% on the CPU for what it's doing is a little hot. Oh, and it's gone down now. Okay. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it works. 12% CPU is a bit heavy for what we're doing, but applications do just randomly do that, and it at least jumps down again quite quickly. I'm not sure if this is related or not. We can see. Yes. Let it refresh though, that was at least good. Okay. This is still just loading up a web. It would be interesting, of course, to spin this into an Electron application and see what happened. Also can't quit it. That doesn't work either. So, yeah, I'm not sure if I just got rid of it or not there. What I'd really like to do is try and hook this menu up, but I don't know where to put this. I don't think I can just whack that in there. That's not really how React works. So how do I do it in a React application? I'm not very sure. Because it's waiting for a particular thing. I don't really know how to put that into the React application, to be perfectly honest with you. That's where I'm a bit unclear, a bit unsure. But in theory, that's what would happen. But it's a little bit hard for me to test it because I don't exactly know how to listen for this, as it were. Unless, I mean, it's imported here, maybe. I'm not entirely sure how to do this with React. This was actually where I learned a lot of React, was in this application. And yeah, it's a little different here. I think we would have to experiment with something else. I don't think there's any, these are all React files. I don't think there's anywhere basic I can just whack something in to test it. So I'm not 100% sure how to test that, to be honest with you. But I would assume that at very least, that would work on that side of things. We can quickly try that before we wrap up. Yep. And yep. Oops. Back up. There we go. Also, we can test it, of course. There probably is a. Oops. Oh, hello. Okay. I was just copying and pasting that. I don't know what it is. I don't need it. Let's see. Not Not found in this scope. Missed something. Did I mention, oh, there we go. Did I mention I'm not a Rust programmer? Setup.app. Oh, I've done a whole bunch of things not quite right here, haven't I? Yeah, I don't know how to do this with... Yeah, I don't know how to do this, to be honest with you. This is beyond my Rust knowledge. This is getting a little bit out of my comfort zone. Not that even React was particularly my comfort zone either, but yeah. So I think we're going to have to call it a bit of a day there. Because I can see build a default setup. I don't... See, I want to listen... I want to admit it on the app setup. What is setup? Maybe I just have to do... This is possibly very naive, but can I just do that? Oops, no, not that. That? No, that. Is that possible? No? No. Okay. Yeah. This is so this is the interesting thing. Electron, obviously, you just need to really know JavaScript. With this, you need to know JavaScript and Rust, which complicates things a little, but it's not terrible, I suppose. I am not really sure what to do in this case, so yeah. I don't know if we need this manager thing. Oops, it'd be helpful to not put a full stop. So if that does what we need. Oh, no, same problem again. Yeah, I'm not really sure where this app thing comes from. Or maybe I need to add that above the, I better get rid of that. Put that inside default. I'm really clutching at straws here. Where does that go? That would need to go just before there. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe. No. I don't know. Oh, hang on. That's it. Okay, that's just maybe that was it. I don't think so, to be honest with you. That seemed too easy. Okay, that's all right. We can figure that out. I just got the quote in the wrong place. That should be there. That should be there. That should be. So what does that belong to? Pink. Should it be? I feel like that is correct. I can't think where else it could go. Brackets and semicolons, right? I see. I see. I need a literally brackets and semicolons. No, brackets and brackets. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure how to do this. I think you need a bit more documentation on that. But in principle, I mean, let's summarize now. In principle, I mean, whoa, it got dark very quickly. I'm very, very blue. I think this is the first video I've done with these lights in winter. Let's get a bit more. It's got a lot darker since I started the video. Wow, okay, I need to experiment with that in the future. I look kind of like I'm about to do a horror film. Okay, Tauri.studio. That was a lot of rambling from me. But I mean, interesting. I think if I could figure out, it's been a long time since I even looked at Electron, to be honest with you. So if I was looking at doing what I was trying to do with Electron, it'd probably also be a lot of front end, back end matching of events as well. So I get the feeling this is just a very, very small development community. So I don't really want to push too much on the lack of figuring out how to tie those things together. I think them definitely does seem to produce those smaller file sizes. It's hard without doing a direct comparison, but 8 megabytes is reasonable. There's no other frameworks or assets in there. It's just the compiled application loading web content from somewhere. I think the main negative is, of course, you need to basically know 2 programming languages, which, I mean, Rust is cool and all, but if you don't know Rust, like I don't, then that's a barrier. But if it's not a barrier, like I know, for example, 1Password was looking at, maybe they're looking at this, who knows, because they were looking at a Rust web front end to replace their very nice application, which I wish they wouldn't replace, but anyway, there we go. So that was Tauri.studio. I think actually it is quite promising. Few hurdles to get over, but it's quite promising. It's quite interesting. I'd like to see what they do next. We will see what they do next, I guess. And if you're interested in finding out more, then that is Tauri.studio. If you've enjoyed watching me ramble my way through technology, and usually I hear from the people who write the technology, and then hopefully they see where people struggle, or people like me struggle anyway. But if you enjoyed it, you can find more at christianschiller.com. More of my videos and streams there. Subscribe wherever you watch this, say hi, leave a comment, and I'll be back same time next week, 5 p.m. UTC, 5 p.m. Central European Time, that's UTC +2, doing something else. I'm not sure what yet, I haven't quite decided, but until then,